Welcome back to the Robinson Replay. We have some NFL, of course. We got some college football, and we're right in the midst of some baseball, some playoffs. We got a game going on right now. What's the score of the game, Dad?
It's now 2-1 Cincinnati at the bottom or top of the fourth.
Okay, we'll see how that plays out by the end of this podcast and everything. But we're in full swing here for in the fall.
Yes, even though it feels like summer.
Mm-hmm.
So
It does. Yeah,
it's got to be a hot weekend here.
So let's get into some college football right away. Going over some of our last picks last week. We were right for the most part. Besides Alabama upsetting Georgia was a big one right there. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, bits and pieces. Alabama really looked good out of the chute. Georgia came back, but Alabama just pushed on at the end, and they looked like the better team on that Saturday.
And then Illinois beat USC. Was an upset that we didn't get right there.
Yeah, well, that happened too. Illinois and USC are back and forth. Illinois made a couple plays at the end that helped them win the game, and they were the home team. I think USC traveling across the country. I think that hurt them a little bit, but I think at the end it was USC taking the L.
Mm-hmm. Ole Miss proved their dominance against LSU. Really proved themselves that they're definitely a top 5 team. Feels like.
Yep. Ole Miss looked really good. Buckeyes came out; they looked really good, and Oregon, they sneaked it out. Actually, I think they got lucky, Pat Johnson, because that one when the guy's knee supposedly touched the ground before. They called it a fumble, and then the guy returned it. So they got really lucky on that one. And but hey, more power to them. Oregon, they were the one that lasted the longest. And they got the W.
Mm-hmm. Also, some other college news: we had firing from Arkansas of the head coach after they got blown out by Notre Dame.
Yes.
So that's some big news there.
Yeah. Notre Dame's unfortunately going to run the table, Kurt Weber, and because they play the cupcakes, and so they'll probably be in the college playoffs because they like cupcakes.
Hey, OSU's been playing some cupcakes too, no?
No, they actually played the number 1 team in the country the first game of the season. So
Well,
I wouldn't say that's a cupcake, but this last week they played a Washington team that was actually one of the top rated offenses in college football, and Ohio State's defense, of course, proved that they weren't that good because Ohio State is that good. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we'll roll right on to the next week here. We have the first OSU, one of the first OSU games to get a little bit more competitive here after the last couple weeks. Minnesota at OSU in the shoe, still though favored by 24 points.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to cover 24, but I definitely see a dub.
Mm-hmm.
Winner for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, easy win for the Buckeyes. 24 is a lot. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, row the boats, Minnesota. They're a decent team. I'd say average, middle of the pack, Big Ten team. But Ohio State, they have the dominating defense, and if they get this offense even clicking better and better, it's going to be some trouble for the teams in the league down the road.
Yeah, next game is Miami, number 3 Miami at Florida State, number 18 Florida State. We have a big Florida rivalry. It'll be in Tallahassee. I think that Carson Beck is going to run the table and win for Miami. Miami is the favorite by 4.5 points.
Yeah, I like Miami even with minus the points in this game. And I know Luke is now a Miami homer since he just got back from his vacation there. over the
Big
weekend.
Miami fan now.
And yeah, he's Mr. Bilingual now. But yeah, so I'm going
Hold on.
Miami. I'm going the Hurricanes. It is hurricane season still, so let's go with them.
Yep, we'll go with the Hurricanes there. Next game is the college game day of the week is number 16 Vanderbilt at number 10 Alabama. Alabama had a huge win last week. Can they keep it rolling and move up the rankings?
What was the spread on that one, Luke?
Spread is 10.5 points in that one
10 and a
towards
half. Well,
Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama's playing at home, and it's hard to believe that Vandy is number 16. They squeaked one out last week.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the Tide. Roll Tide on this one.
Yep. I'm going with Ty Simpson and the Tide
Ooh,
over
Ty Simpson.
Vanderbilt at home. Their
Way to pull
QB.
way to pull
Um,
out Ty Simpson there. I'm proud you know
yeah.
that.
I looked it up before.
Good
Got
job.
into something maybe. But the next game is my favorite game out of this whole entire slate. I'm super excited for it. We have number 14 Iowa State playing at Nippert in Cincinnati. Cincinnati right now is the favorite by 1.5 points.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why do you like Cincinnati so much, Luke?
Well, I'm a proud alumni
Oh.
of the Bearcats.
Oh wow. I didn't know that. That's where a
Yeah.
lot of my money went. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cyclones here. I think
Oh,
the Cyclones are coming
Cyclones.
in. They're
No,
coming.
no, no.
Yes, they're coming into the Queen City, and they're gonna put a little cyclone action on Cincy, and I'm going Iowa State, and
Nope.
I would even give a point and a half to Cincy. Cincinnati did pull one out last week at the end,
Disrespect. Yep,
so
they pull one off
yeah.
against Kansas. They should have won week one against Nebraska. This is a good Cincinnati team. Brendan
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Storesby, beast down the field. So I'm going with UC. Uh, give me the points at Nippert as
Ooh,
well. It's going to be electric in there.
are you going,
So
Luke? You going
Cincinnati.
to the game?
I don't think I'm going to be able to go to the game.
Oh my
No.
gosh, you should get
Yeah,
some
no.
tickets.
Tickets are going to be expensive, but we'll see.
Yeah, you're a
We'll
big
see.
alumni. You pay big bucks. Come on.
Yeah, paid enough there. Last college game of the week here that we're going over is Mississippi State at number 16, Texas A&M.
Well, this one is not as clear cut as you think. Mississippi State has played very well this year. I really like that squad, but it's hard to beat the 12th man. And Texas A&M is the 12th man, you know, territory. So I'm going to go
Mm-hmm.
with Texas A&M. I'm going to go with the Aggies at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get a spread on this one for some reason, but I do think Texas A&M at home, like you said, is really great, hard to compete against. But Mississippi State is going to keep it close. I was almost going to pick them, but just leaning a little bit towards Texas A&M and Marcel Reed to lead them to a victory.
Luke with the Marcel Reed. I love it.
All right. Well, that is the college slate. Any other college you want to talk about?
No, that's good for me. Do you know by chance who the Michiganders play this week,
Quick, let's see.
or do they have another
Why
cream
do you
puff?
want to
I was
talk
just
about
wondering if they had
Michigan?
another cream puff on their schedule. I know they didn't
they
play at home.
they play Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. They do have the Wisconsins.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said before about Fickle being fired. Probably after this game, actually, when he gets blown out because Wisconsin not very good, and
At the big house.
we may have another college coaching fire after this weekend. So yeah, I would not put it past Wisconsin to say enough and pull the plug because Wisconsin look awful. So, but last week they used Michigan Stadium for that big old concert up there. Luke Bryan, I think it was
Yep.
like
Yeah.
112,000 largest outdoor concert. So yeah, it's pretty big. But this year,
Yep.
this week, let's see if they could actually play some football on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like we were saying before as well, We got some baseball going on right now. Some postseason baseball representing the tribe, Cleveland, and also representing Cincinnati and the Cincinnati area down here. So pretty exciting for both cities in Ohio.
By the way, it's now 2-2
It's now two
Cincinnati and
two
the
Cincinnati.
Dodgers.
They could be going home tonight. We'll,
Bottom of the
we'll have to
fourth.
see by the end of this
Hmm.
pod.
Yeah, because every series right now,
Yeah,
all the wild
everyone is a
card
one and
series
one.
are 1-1 except for the Reds. So the Reds need to pull one out tonight
Mm-hmm.
in order to get them all four 1-1 and have all three final games. Means obviously something,
Mm-hmm.
because then they would go on to the ALDS. And that would be pretty exciting to have all four games 1-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who do you like in the World Series?
Boy, I tell you what, I think I'm going to have to go with the winner of the Boston New York series. I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
Whoever wins that game is going to be the winner on the AL side. And on the NL side, I like Philly. And I think Philly wins the whole World Series.
Mm.
Another Philadelphia team. Ugh. But that's who I'm going with. By
Mm.
the way, the Dodgers are just taking the lead 3-2.
Mm.
Not looking good.
Speaking of which, for the NL, I'm gonna take the Dodgers. Unfortunately, going past Cincinnati and taking it all the way to the World Series,
Ooh.
and against I'll go Seattle.
I was
Seattle.
leaning them, but
Yeah, I'll go
I don't know,
Seattle and
Boston, New
LA.
York. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and then between the two, I think LA is gonna pull off the World Series. I mean,
Again,
just
back to
insane,
backer.
insanely talented roster.
Uh,
It's undeniable their talent. They could go back to back.
yeah, I just don't think they have enough arms to win it this year. I just don't
Mm,
think they have enough pitching. So we'll see
mm.
what happens.
We'll see.
Yep.
Next, here we have the week 4 slate going over the NFL picks. We had a horrendous week from Mark and Luke
I mean,
here.
talk about Loserville.
Jeez,
Holy smokes.
we sucked. So you had a record of 8 wins and 7 losses. I had a
And a
record of
tie.
6 wins and 9 losses. Both of us had the tie. We're just
Yeah.
gonna kind of throw that one
Dreadful,
out there.
folks. Absolutely dreadful. But you'll have
Yeah.
those weeks. I mean, you had a lot of upsets, a lot of teams that were not really all in, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these teams have really come and shown their true colors now. The Ravens, they're banged up as hell. Their defense looks terrible. I mean, they got half their defense out. Packers up big, let Dallas right back in it. At the end, there was like 5 lead changes at the end of the regulation. Then they went to
hmm
overtime, and they both kicked a field goal. Yeah, I mean, never thought Dallas would have be able to come back and get there, but they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they showed out there. And I thought 49ers losing to the Jaguars. I was almost going to pick the Jaguars. I've been picking against the 49ers past 2 weeks, and I picked the Jaguars, and they couldn't do it for me. So
No, you picked the 49ers, you mean?
I mean 49ers, yeah.
Yeah.
49ers couldn't do it for me. But
Mm-hmm.
and then out there the Vikings won in Dublin. I
Yes.
mean, Vikings lost in Dublin, I should
Yeah.
say. We picked the Vikings. Steelers and Aaron Rodgers went and balled out.
Mm-hmm. Steelers defense is horrible, or is kicking butt. They're taking turnover after turnover. The Vikings offensive line is absolutely awful, and it was like Wentz was a pinata back there, and they just was attacking him constantly. He didn't have a prayer to even breathe. So yeah, it was really bad. The Commanders and Atlanta, that game really surprised me. Atlanta came out was a totally different team from week 3, and they scored a bunch of points, and they looked really good. So I'm not sure which Atlanta team is ever going to show up. Luckily, this week they're on a bye, so I don't have to pick them. So I don't have to worry about them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, we got two less games this week,
Yes.
right? Mhm.
No, yes, two less games. There's four
Mhm.
games, 4 teams on the bye. It's
Yeah.
Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh are all on
Mhm.
byes this week.
Okay. Yeah. So then also in the week, Mahomes was finally showing out. The Chiefs were doing a lot better against the Ravens. Jackson Dart. Oh man, did you watch the highlights of that one? That was
I
pretty
watched the
cool.
game. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he was a pretty good runner. He ran one in for a touchdown. Um, he looked okay, but unfortunately, he lost his best weapon for the year. When Malik Neighbors went up for a catch, as he went up for the catch, he
Mm-hmm.
tore his ACL, and
Yep.
unfortunately now he's out for the season. Which, when you lose your number one target, your alpha male, top 12 fantasy pick, um, that's rough to come back from. And I heard today that the Giants said they were not going to be signing any other receivers because there's no other Malik Neighbors out there to sign. So they're just going to run with what they got.
Yeah.
So if you need
Wow.
anybody in fantasy, pick up Wandell Robinson or Slayton for the Giants. They could be, the picks, especially if Dart starts rolling. Wendell Robinson had a really good game. I think it was week 2 or 3. I think it was 2. He had a really good game that week. So who knows? I think, that could be somebody if you're in the waiver wire, especially to help with the neighbors thing.
Packers and Cowboys. You were already talking about
Oh,
the
yeah.
OT tie.
Uh,
Just
Terrible.
stupid that it's a tie like that. But anyway, and then
This
Bills and
isn't soccer, people. It's American football.
yep, and then Bills improved to 4-0, beating the Saints. It was a little bit closer than I thought in the beginning.
It was
They
closer.
yeah
That was
they
a
kept
closer
they kept
game
it
than I
around.
thought.
Yeah.
But the Bills
Uh-huh.
just they're good.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I did, of course, predict correctly my anytime touchdown correctly of James Cook. Is who I had as my anytime touchdown. And as well, I said that Henry, tight end from New England, would also have a touchdown, and he did as well. So
It's good stuff. Good
it's
stuff.
good stuff.
Yes, and then we on Monday Night Football, you got down there. I see the Dolphins. They got their first win.
Yep.
They
Hmm.
beat up on the hapless Jets. The Jets had so many penalties; it was ridiculous. It was false start. This lining up off sides. It was a shoot show, and it was really bad. And of course, the most unfortunate thing was that Tyreek Hill went down for Dolphins. They were just starting to get a little rhythm. They were
Hmm.
working pretty good actually that night, and unfortunately, Hill is now out for this season.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. I mean, let's talk a little bit more about the injury report
ugh,
of
it's
everything. Yeah.
bad. It's
Said
bad.
Malik Neighbors torn ACL out for the season. Nick Bosa torn ACL out for the season. We got, like you said, uh,
Benson from Arizona on IR as of today.
mm,
So if you need a pickup, Amari DeMarcado will be now the starting running back for Arizona. If you need something for fantasy, we had like you said, neighbors out. Lamar Jackson is currently out already for this week. He's got that
mhm,
hamstring problem. We already mentioned Tyreek. Brock Purdy is out for tomorrow night
mm,
against the Rams. He's
mm.
already out. Matter of fact, they're missing Brock Purdy. They're missing Pearsall. They're missing Jawan Jennings. So good luck, San Francisco. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a little four scene pick. We're gonna go with I'm taking the Rams already. I'm gonna tell you that already
Yeah.
because right now their quarterback tomorrow will be Mac Jones. A guy named rookie named Watkins will be one of the receivers, and Sky Moore, who stunk it up with KC, is now their other receiver.
Mhm,
So good luck to the San Francisco 49ers. You're going to see McCaffrey left, McCaffrey right, McCaffrey down the field. It's going to be the McCaffrey show, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt.
Mhm.
I already mentioned Cooper Rush will be starting for Lamar this week. Dylan Gabriel is now going to be the starter for the Cleveland Clownies after that debacle they had against the Lions, because their offense looks absolutely horrible. I just feel so sorry for the defense. And unfortunately, our special teams also was awful because they let a punt return go in for a touchdown. Geno Smith is a turnover machine. So be ready for that in here coming up. And A.J. Brown is not happy in Philadelphia because he's not getting any balls, except for the 1 week when they had to throw because they were behind against Tampa. And so he is not very happy about his status as a Philadelphia Eagle.
Mm.
And those are my talks about what's going on injury wise and a couple pickups here or there kind of thing. And if you're looking for a flyer on defense, I would take Arizona Cardinals this week for a flyer for defense. Sometimes people pick them up and drop them all the time. And they're playing the Tennessee Titans, who are god awful. They actually are worse than the Browns.
Let's hop right into it. You
All
already
right.
said Thursday night that you're going to pick
Yeah.
San Francisco.
No doubter.
Pick against San Francisco, I should say.
Yeah. Rams.
It's in LA
Oh, yeah.
at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. There, the
God, what is the
are
spread?
the favorite by 7.5.
They should be favored by 14 and a half. No,
Yeah.
I won't go 14. I'll go 13 and a half.
Yeah, like you said, just so many injuries. I mean,
it's bad.
it's hard. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
picking the Rams as well in this
Oh,
one.
Luke, I wanted you to pick San Francisco again.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
wish. But
All right.
yeah, we'll both pick the Rams on that one. Pretty clear there. Next game is in London at Tottenham
Yes.
Hotspur Stadium. The Vikings are the favorite by 3.5 points. The Browns are the home field
Yeah, well,
for this one. So get rid of one of our home games for that.
yeah.
But the Vikings favored by 3.5. Who are you going with?
I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the Browns.
You're gonna take the Browns.
And by the way, if you go online and you look at there's a Browns backers club in London. They have an actual bar that's loaded with brown stuff. It is really cool.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember last year, the lady from the Browns backers club in London made one of the picks for one of the Browns players last year,
Mm.
and she was voted the number one fan or whatever. And they have this bar in London that is top notch brown stuff. I mean, they have a DJ go with "Here you go, brownies, here you go." It's a really cool. Just look it up online. I'm sure you Google it. It's really cool. Unfortunately, with Dylan Gabriel here, I'm a little worried. Obviously, but the offensive line for the Vikings is terrible, and Myles Garrett may have 3 or 4 sacks this game, I think. If not, he's gonna get doubled and triple teamed. That some other players will definitely get some sacks. So I reluctantly go with the Browns, but this could be a 14-10 game, just because both really good defenses. Vikings have a great defense too.
With Gabriel going in this game gives me a bit of hope, for something different. But at the same time, I mean, this is the first time ever that a rookie quarterback is making their first time start in an international game, not in the USA. I mean, that's just a lot of pressure on your very first game, having it in London on top of just being a first time starter in the NFL. It leads me to believe that I just question it, just in general. Like, why at this time is this the right week to make this decision? I don't know.
Yes,
You think so?
I do. I mean, the way Flacco's played, and don't get me wrong, the receivers haven't caught the ball at all. They've been terrible also. I just think they need a different vibe. I
Yeah.
think it's
We should have
great that
started him
they're
last
doing
week
it.
then.
Well, yeah, I think it's great they're doing it an away game, even though it's a Browns home game. I think it's great that they're doing it away from the actual stadium because if you don't have as much pressure. You have more. I think you always have more pressure around the home crowd when when you're away. You know what to expect. Everybody's against you. You don't. It's you against the world kind of deal. So
Hmm.
I sort of like that they're doing it. Well, it's an away game, gives him a game too to get ready for Pittsburgh next week.
Hmm.
Obviously, he'll learn about that rival as we go along, but
Yep.
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah, I'm picking the Vikings. I think also another thing that could play into it is obviously the Vikings are just already international as well,
That's true. That is a
in
good
Dublin
point.
there. So
Very good point.
they are, very much staying in that same time zone. They have a better rhythm than the Browns just hopping over to London there. So
I agree.
with that being said, too many questions with the Browns, and the Vikings pull it off at Tottenham Hotspur.
All
So the
right.
next game here we have the Giants at the Saints. The Saints are the favorite by 2 points at the Caesars Superdome.
Wow, that's hard to believe. Seems like a trap game with that +2, huh? But I'm going Giants. I just think the Giants have a better defensive line. I think Jackson Dart's going to get obviously more comfortable. He's getting all first team reps this week. Um, just I know they lost neighbors, but I just think the Giants are a better team than the Saints. So I'm going Giants.
I'm going Giants as well. I think Jackson Dart could have some serious motion, some serious good vibes on that squad. Really feeling it, as well as the Saints. Not so good defense over there. I think that Jackson Dart will have a good game and pull off another dub for New York. So the next game we got is the Broncos at the Eagles. Eagles are the favorite by 4 points. Who you got?
Yeah, this game is going to be a tough battle. I mean, two really good defenses. Both teams want to establish the run. They love to run the ball. Both teams like to run. But the tiebreaker for me is just the Eagles at home. I think it's a pick 'em game myself. I just think that they, with the home field advantage, I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles as well. I think, like I've said before, they're probably the best team in football. Just pretty consistent all around, whereas Denver has shown lack of consistency. So I am going with the Eagles there at home. Next game is the Texans at the Ravens. The Texans are the favorite by 1.5.
Wow, that goes
I
to show you how far the Ravens have
yeah,
fallen to
yeah.
be not the favorite at home against the Texans. It's really hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, obviously they have a lot of the injuries and just really collapsing here a bit. But do you think this is a bit of an overreaction? And the
Not
Texans
really.
it should be the
The
favorite in this one like
Texans,
that?
I think it's probably should be 1.5 the other way, but I I mean the Texans still don't look very good to me. They looked better last week. By the way, if you need a running back and somehow Woody Marks is out there, grab yourself some Woody Marks because he's taken over the backfield for the Texans for sure. Lots of receptions he's getting, yards. He had a touchdown last week. I really like that aspect about it, but for some reason, I have to go Baltimore at home. I know they're down to Cooper Rush, who's
Cooper
a
Rush.
serviceable.
Hmm.
He's a serviceable quarterback, but they still have Derrick Henry. They still have some good receivers, good tight ends,
Hmm.
but their defense is lacking. Obviously, I think they have 5 or 6 starters currently out for this week coming up already. So they are a mash unit, but I'm gonna go Baltimore at home.
I'm gonna go the Texans. I think that
Cool.
the Texans defense will pressure Cooper there, and I mean with the Ravens, all those injuries and everything, the Texans are favored for a reason. I think they catch a spark and take one away. from the Ravens there.
Yeah, it could happen. I
Yeah.
mean, the way they're banged up, it could. But I mean, right now, the Ravens are 1-3. The Browns are 1-3. They're last. They're
Yeah.
last
Crazy.
in the division.
Yep.
Cincinnati is 1-3. Oh no, sorry. Cincinnati is 2-2, but they're going downhill in a handbasket quick. And the Steelers are 3-1. So right now they're
Mhm.
leading the North, which I never expected this year, but
Mhm.
that's why I just think Baltimore has to get a win. If they don't get a win this week, they could be done for the year.
Wow. Didn't think we were going to be saying that one.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
you can't go 1-4 and expect to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. Next game we got is the Raiders at the Colts. The Colts are favored by 7 points at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. Who you got?
Well, last week Genti had a great game for the Raiders. He's what kept them close with the Bears last week. It was a close game, but Geno Smith has to quit throwing interceptions. He is an interception machine. He threw 3 last week. So I'm gonna stay with the hot Colts, even though they did lose last week. I think they're going to really show out this week at home, and so I like the Colts.
I like the Colts as well at home. Like you said, with the turnovers from the Raiders, it's just not going to cut it against a good Colts team like this at home. So I'm going the Colts. Next game is the Cowboys at the Jets. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5 at MetLife. So who you got in this one?
Well, Luke, the Jets are 0-4.
Yeah, they are.
This seems like a trap game to me. It's like I feel like the Jets should win their first game, but gosh, they just look so undisciplined. But then again, you're talking about Dallas now, who is also an undisciplined team. They looked really good last week against the Packers. I mean, the Packers defense looked terrible. I'm just going to go with Dallas just because of their offense. Their offense looks better, even without Lamb in there. I'm going to go Dallas, even though it feels like a trap to me.
Yeah, I think you're right with this trap game. I was gonna pick the Jets, but I can't pick the Jets. I gotta go with the Cowboys. Um, I just gotta go with the Cowboys here.
Yeah, I
I
got
don't know, just got a feeling. But you're going the Cowboys as well. And then the next game here is the Dolphins at the Panthers. The Dolphins are the favorite by 1 point. Another crappy game.
yes,
Hill
this
is
is
out.
awful.
Who you got?
Yeah, this game is a coin toss. Who did Carolina play last week? Do you have that down?
Panthers. Panthers played the Patriots and the Patriots won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's this lucky victory every once in a while the Carolina Panthers get. The Dolphins looked better last game. I really thought they were starting to get some gel. Waller came out tight end for 2 big touchdowns. If you needed a tight end the if your team's on a bye and you need a tight end or your tight end's hurt or not producing, Darren Waller definitely could be a pickup for you. I'm gonna go Dolphins, even though I think both teams stink. So that's my pick.
Stinky game. I'm gonna pick the Panthers. I think they get that second dub, a surprise win potentially at home. See what happens there. I don't know. Next game is the Buccaneers at the Seahawks at Lumen Field. Who you got in this one? The Seahawks are the favorite by 3.5 points.
Yeah. Well, Tampa Bay is really, they got the injury bug. I know that Bucky Irving went for MRI this week. So he's still questionable whether he's going to play. We still got Evans out. Baker's hurt. He did not practice today. Seattle at home. Once again, they got that 12th man deal. They've really been playing well. So I'm going to take Seattle at home. And if you need a pickup in fantasy in the running back department, you could get White. Okay, he's their backup. So you might want to look at White or Sean Tucker. He's another backup for the Tampa Bay that you might be interested in. So I'm going with Seattle though.
I'm going with Seattle as well, like the Seattle squad. Bucks banged up, like you said, so I'll go Seattle as well with you.
Right.
Next game is the Titans at the Cardinals. Cardinals are favored by 7.5 points at State Farm Stadium in Phoenix. Who you got there?
I would take in this game. I would take Arizona. Yeah, I would take them even -10 right now.
Jeez.
Arizona has a really good defense. Tennessee can't score. Ridley is not even a factor. Their number one receiver is not even a factor. Supposedly he was injured. He only got about 54% of the snaps last game. So if you had Ridley on your team, you may even want to cut him unless somehow they wake up from the dead, because Mr. Ward has not been as advertised as the number one pick. And I've even heard some rumblings that they may even put in the backup. So it's not pretty there.
I don't like the Titans at all. I think Cam Ward said it best after the game. he was he was pissed. Did you see that?
Yeah, he was cussing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. Yeah,
It's like this can't be it. I think the Titans are not a good team, so I'm going with the Cardinals here. Pretty heavy favorite as well. So don't believe in the Titans. Next game is the Lions at the Bengals. The Lions are the favorite by 10 points in this one. What do you think?
I expect the same as last week. Basically, Detroit's going to roll. Another AFC North opponent. Unfortunately, the Bengals' defense is terrible, and they're worse than the Browns' defense, so they're not stopping the Lions. And I just see big points, big yards, all in the favor of the Lions.
Yeah, I think the Lions are going to run down the field and control the ball, control the game. Bengals are in deep trouble. There's not a
And their
lot of hope here in
line,
Cincinnati.
their offensive line's terrible too.
Yeah.
So
Oh
he's
yeah.
probably going to get sacked about 10 times.
There's not a lot of hope here in Cincinnati at all. Very defeating after that terrible loss against Denver last week. So not a lot of hope down here on the Ohio River. So I'm going to go with the Lions as well. So next game is the Commanders at the Chargers. The Chargers are the favorite by 3 points at SoFi. Who you got?
I'm expecting a little bounce back this week from the Chargers. I think they sort of blew it last week with the Giants. They're better than the Giants. I think they're going to bounce back, even though Washington could be having Daniels back and McLaren. So I'm going to lean the Chargers at SoFi, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well. Bounce back in this one. Commanders. Is Daniels gonna be? He is gonna be playing.
He did practice today. Um, like I tell everybody, please, please, please watch Sunday morning, especially you fantasy people, or even if you're putting in a bet or whatever, see who's playing, because that is a huge thing, obviously. And the thing that worries me, one of the things that worries me is that San Diego offensive line is quite banged up. So that is one of my concerns, but I'm still going Chargers, and we'll see if Daniels and McLaren actually play or not.
Los Angeles. Yeah, yeah.
The, they'll always be San Diego for me. I'm old
uh,
school.
yeah. Old man showing your age.
That's right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I'm going the Chargers. You're going the Chargers. Next game is the Patriots at the Bills.
Yeah.
Bills are the favorite by 7.5 points down there. Who you got?
No, first of all, you got to pick the Bill. Listen, you got to keep picking the Bills until somebody can beat them that actually can beat them. And I don't think that New England can. So I'm going the Bills at home. Bills Mafia, man. I think they're gonna roll. They're gonna do some table breaking,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going Bills.
They're doing everything right, just like we thought from the beginning of the season. With the Ravens struggles, the Bills have proved that they are that team. So I'm going with them in Buffalo against the Patriots as well. Give me the points even on that one.
What are
So
the points again? 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, yeah. That game's gonna be pretty close. I'm saying it's a touchdown or less. It's gonna be
Okay.
close. New England. I mean, Diggs had a great game last week. Henderson had his first touchdown. They do have some weapons. They can score. Their defense is, middle of the road. And with the Bills last week, they struggled a little bit with New Orleans, and they kicked it in at the end. But um, I'm still going Bills, but it's going to be closer than people think. I think
Okay.
we'll see.
Final game, the Monday night game is the Chiefs at the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Chiefs are the favorite by 3.5 points. They were able to get a win, much needed win last week. Can they get another one against Jacksonville?
I say yes. Kansas City looked like they turned the corner a little bit last week. They looked more Kansas City-ish, I guess, if that's a word. Um, I'm still not sold on the Jaguars. I know I think they're what, 3-1, but I think Kansas City's over the hump a little bit, so I'm going to take Kansas City on a Monday night. Mahomes always does good under the lights, so I'm going to take them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas City as well, and also my anytime touchdown is gonna be
Oh, here we go.
Mahomes himself
Oh,
scrambling in for a touchdown there. So that's my hot take.
that's your anytime touchdown.
Mhm.
I have two anytime touchdowns since we're gonna make this part of the segment now. I think I got Scadaboo for a touchdown.
Got a boob, New York. Okay.
Scadaboo, and of course Mr. Gibbs from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two are going to be Lock City.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my two picks for the anytime touchdown.
My other one would be Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions would be my other anytime
Yes.
touchdown there. But
And by the way, just to let you know, the Reds had the bases loaded, no outs in the top of the sixth, and they could not score a run. It's still 3-2 LA.
oh my gosh,
Yes, not impressive there.
jeez.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the Tigers today. Tigers had multiple people on base, multiple innings, and they could not get them home. That's what cost them the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how the baseball plays out by next week. We'll see the next round of everything. You got anything else for football? Anything else?
I'm good. Like I said to
Yeah.
people, please, please, please check Sunday mornings for all your bets, all your fantasy things. See who's playing. Look at their backups. Look at depth charts. It's
Mm-hmm.
really important. I could give you, little sleepers here and there, but it's going to change during the week. Wednesday is always the day that people aren't practicing. Like, for instance, if you're banged up, you're not practicing Wednesday. And then you come out in the report and they say, oh, he's gone from healthy to questionable. Then you come back on Friday or Saturday and all of a sudden, oh, they practiced a little bit. They're going to play. So this is more like a rest day for a lot of players on Wednesdays. Be aware of that when you're looking at lineups and stuff on Sunday mornings.
That
All right.
is another week of the Robinson replay. We are out, excited for next week, and a lot to be excited about. So
By the way, I hope everybody liked my new headphones and my
love the
my
setup.
my little setup here, my little speaker. How you like that thing?
Profesh over here. We'll be
That's right.
getting advertisements in no time.
Pretty soon we gotta bump up our ratings, everybody. Let's go. This stuff isn't free. Come on.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Later. Bye.